dear students in our online classes. बृहन्मुंबई महानगरपालिका शिक्षण विभाग ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन इंग्लिश मीडियम स्टँडर्ड 5 सब्जेक्ट EVS2 myself Suvarna Vanaji Kharote from Gokhale Road South Municipal English School Dadar West. Our administrative officer is Mrs. Nehalata Dumbre Madam. Nodal beat officer is Mr. Sharad Kurade sir. Our nodal HM Mrs. Pushpam Mary Paul Madam. Assistant Nodal HM Mrs. Manpreet Kaur Madam. Today's thought of the day is one small positive thought can change your whole day. Means sometimes a single idea or motivation is so strong that we constructively utilize day for betterment. So every day you should start your day with a positive thought. Okay. Now students, we are going to learn today EVS2 subjects, chapter number 10, topic historic period. In this topic, we are going to learn about culture. 10.1 culture. What is culture? Then in 10.2 Asian civilizations in river valleys. In 10.3 Asian riverine civilizations. In Asian riverine civilization, we are going to see about Mesopotamia, Egypt, China, Harappa. And in 10.4, sports and entertainment. Yes, students, we have seen in lesson 2 that written records are available in the form of inscriptions, manuscripts, books, etc. for the historic period in all Asian civilizations. The art of writing are developed. They are used fully developed scripts. In other words, with the rise of Asian civilizations, the new Stone Age come to an end and historic period began. Now, let's see what is culture. Think about culture. Yes, dear students, tell me, do you celebrate the festivals? Yes, students, do you
Yes,
celebrate the
teacher.
festivals? Yes, very good. Then tell me the names of festivals.
Holi,
होली,
Diwali,
दिवाली,
Raksha Bandhan,
होलिका, रक्षाबंधन, भाई दूज,
Bhai Dooj, and Ganesh
गणेश
Chaturthi,
चतुर्थी, नवरात्रि,
Yes,
नवरात्रि.
very good, students. Then we are celebrating various types of festivals. We get the knowledge about that festivals from where? From our parents, no? Yes,
Yes, miss.
Yes, teacher.
very good. And our parents also get the knowledge about these festivals or knowledge about the tradition from their parents or grandparents. Means what? This tradition or culture is passed through from generation to generation. Now, tell me about what are our basic needs. What are our basic needs?
Shelter,
Shelter,
food,
food, water,
clothing, water,
Yes,
environment,
and
yes, very good student. Shelter, food, water, very good.
clothing.
These are our clothing, these are our basic needs. And how do we humans satisfy our daily needs? Can you tell me? How do we humans satisfy our daily needs? Yes, humans and all other animals are dependent on their environment and nature for satisfying their needs. However, other animals do not cause any significant change in their surroundings. Yes, think about that. And for example, can you tell me where does bear lives?
In the cave.
in the
Yes,
cave, jungle, forest.
yes, very good. Bears lives in caves, and monkeys,
Monkey. Tree.
yes, monkeys live on trees. And what about humans?
They build
On a shelter. And they build a house in a city. They develop village settlement and
Yes, very good. Yes, very good, students. It means humans build houses. It means that we humans change the natural character of our surroundings to some extent. You, we humans do eat their food in its natural form. Can you tell me, do humans eat cooked food or uncooked food?
food.
food.
We humans eat the food, but cooked or uncooked?
Cooked.
Cooked food. Yes, humans do not eat their food in its natural form as other animals do. They roast or cook the food, or in other words, they process foodstuffs before eating them. And they process many substances in a similar manner. They work on stone, metal, etc. to make tools and various objects. They make pots, bricks, and many other things from clay. And they obtain yarn from cotton, weave clothes from the yarn. In short, according to their needs, they change the form of material available in nature. They need skills to do these. They need to think and plan before their shape and object. They have to put in efforts to actually shape it. The tradition of thoughts, skills, efforts gave rise to various arts, every generation to generation. And over the knowledge of the artistic skills, traditions to the next generation means, see, think. Every generation handed over the knowledge of the artistic skills and tradition to the next generation. With their exchange of thoughts and ideas, language was enriched. The knowledge of various arts, skills, and traditions inherited from the generation to generation. And the way of life founded on the knowledge is what we call culture.
Culture.
Yes. Then what is the culture? Are you understood? The knowledge,
Yes.
various arts. Yes, can you tell me?
Means the various art skills and tradition.
Yes.
It's developed
Teacher,
generation to generation, inherited on the way of founded at the knowledge is what we call culture.
Yes, very good
Cotton,
student. Yes,
teacher,
yes.
can I
cotton to yarn.
Okay, very good. The knowledge of
teacher,
various
can I tell the
arts,
culture meaning?
the
The
knowledge.
costume, ideas, belief, etc.
Huh.
of the particular society, country.
Yes, very good, very good. It is correct. The knowledge of various arts, skills, and traditions inherited from generation to generation, and they were of life founded on that knowledge is what we call culture. In this, there is given some pictures. We celebrating the different types of festivals also, and we use the tradition, follow the traditions also. Tradition, we wear the traditional clothes also. Huh? So from how we gain the knowledge from generation to generation. This is our culture. Okay, let's see 10.2 Asian civilizations in river valleys. Cultures which flourished in the New Stone Age were based on an agricultural way of life. Fertile soil and constant water supply are essential for growing good crops. naturally. People in New Stone Age established their village settlements on the banks of various rivers. The New Stone Age cultures flourished along the river bank. Now, in the course of time, New Stone Age cultures gave rise to early civilizations, increase in production due to various skills, the use of wheel, flourishing trade, use of well-developed scripts, etc., were the major factors responsible for the rise of the early civilizations. These civilizations came to know came into the existence around 3000 BC in four regions of the world. These four regions are they are Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Indian subcontinent, and China. The civilization in these four regions developed in valleys. Hence, they are known as riverine civilization. Why we call riverine civilization for these regions? These four regions, which are these regions? What are Mesopotamia, Egypt, the
Egypt,
Indian
the Indian subcontinent,
subcontinent,
and China.
China, these four regions develop in the river valleys. Hence, they are known as a riverine civilization. Okay, are you understood? Now,
Yes, teacher.
let's see about Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is the name of the region and not any particular country. Mesopotamia is the name of region. Then it means the land between two rivers. Ancient Mesopotamia was the land between the two rivers. The name of these two rivers is Tigris and Euphrates. What is the name of these two rivers? Tigris and Euphrates. These two rivers mainly flow through Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. Asian Mesopotamia had great cities like Yar, Uruk, Nippur, etc. These cities were home to very prosperous cultures. Have you understood about the Mesopotamia? The name is Mesopotamia is name of the region, not of any particular country. And what this means? The land between two rivers. Okay, let's see the next region, Egypt. The river Nile flows through the eastern part of the Sahara Desert in the north of Africa. One of the ancient civilizations flourished along its banks. It is known as Egyptian civilization. The Nile gets flooded every year. Land along her banks has become very fertile because of the flood deposits. And also, ancient Egyptians used to build small embankments on the river to store the flood water. So that that soil is become very fertile. After the soil in the flood water settled to the bottom, the water was used for irrigation. Okay, understood about the Egypt? Let's move on the next point. Next region, China. The Asian civilization of China developed and flourished in the valley of Honghe River. According to the Chinese tradition, a king named Hungary. What is the king name?
Hungary.
Hungary.
Yes. Introduced agriculture, animal husbandry, wheel carts and chariots, boats and clothing in the China. Hmm? Understood? Hongli is a king of Chinese tradition, and he introduced about agriculture, animal husbandry, field carts and chariots, boats and clothing in the China. And the Chinese people believe that his queen invented the technique of silk production and silk dyeing. Who invented? The queen. Chinese people believe that his queen invented the technique of silk production and silk dyeing. Luang, Beijing, and Chang were among the important cities of Asian China. Now, let's see about the Harappa. The
Miss,
earliest, yes, beta.
स्लाइड शो नहीं हो रहा है मेरे मोबाइल पे.
Yes. The earliest civilization on the India subcontinent is known as the Harappan civilization. It flourished in the Indus Valley. Indus is the English word for the name Sindhu. Harappa in Punjab and Mohenjo-daro in Sindh are the two sides of Harappan civilization to the discovered first. See, Indus Valley. Indus is a English word for the name of Sindhu, and Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Harappa in the Punjab and Mohenjo-daro in Sindh. Nowadays, these two sites located in the Pakistan. Lothal and Kolavira in Gujarat, Kalibangan in Rajasthan are among the famous cities of Harappan civilization in India. Cities of these civilizations are well known for their systematic town planning. Now let's see here shown picture Indus Valley, India, Indus Valley civilization. See in this picture how it is given. The houses were built in blocks created by the parallel roads and crossed each other at right angles. Huge granaries and spacious houses were the special features of these cities. There were bathrooms and latrines in every house and covered drainage system which indicates a concern for public hygiene. See, here is given in this picture, you can see Harappan drainage system, how they done. They were carefully constructed private and public wells. The cities were divided into 2 to 4 parts, each with a separate fortification. Now, let's see the characteristics. Earthen pots of the Harappan are well baked, red in color. See here, I show in this picture the characteristics. Earthen pots of the Harappan are well baked, red in color, and with beautiful designs like a piper leaves and fish scales. When tapped, these pots produce a metallic sound. These Harappan craftsmen were highly skilled in making a bronze objects and beads from the semi-precious stones of various colors. See, now these things were in great demand in Mesopotamia. The names of Harappan gods and goddess are not yet known. However, we know with the help of Harappan seals and clay figurines that they worship Pashupati. See here in this picture is given clay figurines that they worship Pashupati. Pashupati is the lord of all living animals and mother goddess. See, here also in this picture, you can understood about Harappan craftsmen were highly skilled in making bronze objects and beads from semi-precious stones of various colors. See, and here now let's move to next point 10.4 sports and entertainment. See, there were variety of sports and means of entertainment in the Asian civilizations, and wrestling were the important ones. Games played with the help of game boards and games were also popular. In ancient Egypt, people played a game that was similar to the chess. See, here is given. In this picture, you can see the board. The ancient Egypt people played a game that was similar to the chess. This game was played with a game board and games. It was known as a Senate. It was known as a Senate. In ancient China, also there were many games played with the boards and games made. Similar games were popular in Mesopotamia and Harappan civilization too. Many toys are found in the excavations of Harappan sites. They include wheels, crystals, rattles, bullock carts, animals, and birds on wheels, etc. Here in this picture, you can see archaeologists feel that these clay objects found in excavations of Harappan sites were used as a game means. And here they like the music and dance also. Music and dance were also very important in early civilizations. They were an essential part of celebrating a festival. Ancient people used many types of musical instruments. In Mesopotamia, a string instrument known as a balang. See, in this picture, a balang is a very amazing instrument, a musical string instrument made of gold named balang, found in the excavations at the city of Ur, a Mesopotamia site. Balang has 11 strings. How many strings? 11 strings.
11 stream.
Yes, its height is approximately 2.1 meters. It dates back to about 2650 BC. It was found in the burial of a Mesopotamian queen. Her name was the Pabi. Now understood about the balang? Music. This is a musical instrument, and this made of gold, and excavations at the city of Ur and Mesopotamian site. Okay, and balang has a 11 string. How many strings?
11 stream.
And its height is approximately 2.1
1.
meters. Yes, 2.1
2.1 meter.
meters. And it dates back to about 2650 BC. It was found in a burial of a Mesopotamian queen, and queen name is Pabi. Okay, let's see about besides instruments like cymbals, rattles, flutes, drums, etc. were also played. The Egyptian kings were known as the pharaohs. See, here is given in this picture. You can see the Egyptian kings were known as the pharaohs. On the occasion of certain festivals, the pharaoh himself used to participate in the celebrations and dance. And the bronze image of the dancer found in the excavation at the Mohenjo-daro is evidence that dance was important in the Harappan civilization as well. See, in this picture, there is given the ancient Egyptian king pharaohs. What is called the ancient Egyptian king pharaohs? How they enjoy the occasion of festival? The pharaohs himself used to participate in the celebrations and dance. And the bronze image of the dancer found in the excavation at Mohenjo-daro is evidence that dance was important in the Harappan civilization as well. See here in this picture also, from this picture you can get the knowledge about how they enjoyed the music and dance. They were very interested in art, music and dance. Okay, let's students, we are going to revise this lesson with the help of some questions. Name the period of history. Can you tell me the answer? Name the periods of history.
Ancient period,
students.
medieval period, and modern period.
Yes. Medieval period and
Ancient period, medieval
modern
period,
period
modern period.
and modern. Yes, very good. Then name the period of history. First one is Asian period, second one medieval period, and third one is a modern period. And second question is, what is history?
History is a concept and orderly account of significant events in the past. Or history is a science that tries to understand past events.
Yes, history is a consistent and orderly account of the significant events in the past. History is a science that tries to understand past events. Now you understood about history?
Yes,
Now third question is, what do we learn in history?
we learn in the history about the great efforts, effect and prevails of the mankind in making progress.
Yes, very good. What do we understand? What we learn in history? We learn in history about the great effort, effect, and perseverance of mankind in making progress. Now, fourth question is, what are the records available for gathering information on the historic period?
The
Yes.
written record are available in the form of
Inscriptions, manuscripts, books. What are the records? Written records. The written records are available in the form of inscriptions, manuscripts, and books. Okay, etc. for the historic period. Now, fill in the blanks. Tell me the answer. Humans and all other animals are dependent on their dash and dash for satisfying their needs.
environment, nature.
Yes,
Environment,
environment
nature.
and nature. Yes. Humans and all other animals are dependent on their environment and nature for satisfying their needs. And second one is we humans change the natural dash of our surroundings to some extent. Yes,
Character.
character. We humans change the natural character of our surroundings to some extent. Now, third, humans work on dash, etc. to make tools and various objects.
Stone, metal.
Yes, humans work on a stone, metals, etc. to make a tools and various objects. Humans may use a stone and metals to prepare their toys, tools, and various objects. No? Yes. Now, fourth one, dash and dash are essential to grow good crops
Soil and water.
in agriculture. This question is about, yes, soil and water are essential to grow good crops. Yes, very good. Then, fifth one, people in the New Stone Age established their dash settlements on the dash of various rivers.
Village and banks.
People, yes, people in the New Stone Age published their village settlements on the banks of various rivers. Now, answer the following question in one sentence, students. First question is, where did the people in the New Stone Age establish their village settlements?
People in the New
Yes.
Stone Age established their village settlements on the banks of various rivers.
Yes, beta. Where did the people in the New Stone Age establish their village settlements? The people in the new,
On the bank.
the people in the New Stone Age established their village settlements on the bank of various rivers. Now, second question, name the four regions from where the early civilizations arose.
The four religions from where the early civilization arose are Mesopotamia. Teacher, what is this?
Mesopotamia, Egypt,
Egypt, the India subcontinent,
Indian,
in China.
China. The four regions from where the early civilizations arose are Mesopotamia. We get the knowledge about Mesopotamia, na?
Yes.
About Egypt also. I taught you about Indian subcontinent and China. These are the four regions. Okay. Now next question is, what is meant by Mesopotamia?
Mesopotamia means the land between two rivers.
Yes, Mesopotamia means the land between two rivers, mean both sides are rivers. The name, are you remember the name of that rivers? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Are you remember the name of the river?
Yes.
Tigris and Euphrates. These two rivers name I taught you now. Okay, Tigris and Euphrates. Mesopotamia means the land between two rivers. Okay, very good. What is Harappan civilization?
The early civilization on the Indian subcontinent is known as the Harappan civilization.
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 Yes. What is Harappan civilization? The earliest civilization on the Indian subcontinent is known as a Harappan civilization. Earliest civilization is nowadays. Fifth question is where were the settlements of Harappan civilization situated?
The settlements of Harappan civilization were situated in the basin of the river Ravi and the Hindu.
Indus, Ravi and the Indus. Yes, where the settlements of Harappan civilization situated? The settlements of Harappan civilization were situated in the basins of the rivers Ravi and the Indus. Okay, now sixth question is what is Egyptian civilization? Egyptian civilization.
The river Nile flow through the eastern part of her
Sahara Desert in the north of Africa.
America.
Yes. The river Nile flows through the eastern part of the Sahara Desert in the north of Africa. One of the Asian civilizations flourished along its bank. It known as a Egyptian civilization. Means the river Nile. What is Egypt?
Very
What is Egyptian civilization? The river Nile flows along desert.
Africa.
Hmm.
One of the ancient civilization flows along its banks. It is known as the
Yes, Egyptian civilization. Very good, student. The river Nile flows through the eastern part of the Sahara Desert in the north of Africa. One of the Asian civilization flourished along its banks, and it is known as the Egyptian civilization. Now, students, do write. This is your homework. What is the mean by Mesopotamia and what is the Harappan civilization, where the settlements of Harappan civilization situated, and what is Egyptian civilization. These 4 questions you have to write for homework. Now, in this way, today, students, till now we have learned in brief about the history of human civilization from the Stone Age to the early civilizations. Next year, we shall study in detail the Harappan civilization that developed in the Indian subcontinent. We shall also study the ancient history of India.